Hello everybody, my name is Andrew Wiebe and I'm with the GlobeTRek team on GlobeTRek. And we are currently residing in a small town here in northeast Brazil, but that's not what I want to talk about. Instead, let's take a look back at our adventures in Tijuana, Mexico. First ministry we went and visited and volunteered with was called Spectrum. Their goal was to connect the church with the people of a specific community that they've been working in for a while. You could really see the passion in the people that were volunteering for Spectrum and the people that were working there. And we were really empowered and encouraged by this to continue in our ministry and to see how might we meet the needs of the people around us and even you guys. Are we willing to change? Or are we going to continue in our own ways and stuck in our own paths that we think will continue to be the best? Or is there a different alternative, a different way that we might reach out the needs of the people? Are they looking for food, looking for hygiene, or are they looking for a friend? In every situation, we've got to ask ourselves, just like Spectrum has been doing, what are the needs and how can they be met? The second place we went and visited was a ministry that Caravan does specifically with small groups and the people that come there. We go to a place called Esperanza, a shanty town. Now the people of Esperanza have been gathering garbage from the nearby landfill and they make their livelihood out of it. Their houses, their money, their survivability, everything comes from this garbage pile. We went and we served different sandwiches and water bottles to the people there that we met and tried to say hello in our best Spanish as possible. But then we left and it got us all thinking as a team, was there really any point in us doing this? We give them a sandwich, we give them some water, and it meets just a temporary need. But what about the next day and the next and the next? They continue living in this situation while we get to leave and continue on with our lives as they are. But we always come back to this one thing that we heard when we were out there in Tijuana, that, we won't be able to fulfill every physical need that we meet. And it can feel unproductive, unsatisfactory, like there's no success. But we have to remember that the greatest need of all is the spiritual need. And that though we may not be able to fulfill every physical need that people have, we have the gospel message, the good news of Jesus Christ, that can fulfill the spiritual needs of every person we meet. GlobeTRek is an adventure, let's put it like that. And even though we've been only at it for about a week or so here, we've begun to unfold the reality of our situation. We're in a foreign world, foreign language, foreign people. But the one cool fact remains is that there's a united church. We've been able to meet people with amazing testimonies who Christ has just completely transformed. And it's been astounding to hear and to witness to these people that God's not only at work where we're living, but He's at work around the world. And the cool thing with GlobeTRek is that you can read about these situations, these stories, you can read about them, but we get to hear them from the mouths of the people themselves. And that's one of the coolest parts about being on GlobeTRek. It's not always just about being to the new places, seeing the landmarks, seeing the countries, which is really fascinating and really cool. But I gotta say, the best part is hearing the testimony of believers, a united front around the world. And as we continue to travel from place to place, we'll just continue to keep gaining more stories. Our minds will be filled with the wondrous works of God. And even though there's hardships, things that make us sad, maybe we get frustrated by, maybe we even ask God, how is this even possible? How can you treat people like this? All these questions can arise. But the one fact remains, God is good. And how do we know this? From the testimony and witness of the people that we meet. The way lives have been transformed. Guys, I just encourage you talk to people, meet people on the street, anyone. You know, we all have this spiritual need that we've been talking about. God fulfills all of us.